SoFi stock, it's been under pressure. And recently, even despite the record profits, at the same time, the company, it keeps aggressively expanding partnerships with MasterCard, and CEO Anthony Noda just bought another $1 million worth of SoFi stock. So, is Wall Street missing the bigger picture here? We're going to be finding out today. So, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to InvestQ, and today we're going to be talking about none other than SoFi stock and some of the major developments that have been happening in the company. And right now, the company is continuing, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, it does seem like investors are divided at the moment. Some people, they think that SoFi is becoming one of the strongest long-term fintech companies in the market, while others are worried about slowing growth, credit costs, and pressure on the technology platform segment. Now, despite reporting strong profits and continuing to grow the business, SoFi stock has still experienced volatility and pullbacks recently. And one of the biggest concerns analysts are talking about right now is the performance of SoFi's technology platform segment. And some analysts have also become cautious because of rising credit costs and broader macroeconomic uncertainty. And honestly, this is something investors they should watch carefully, because and again, that's if the economy weakens, lending companies absolutely feel the pressure without a doubt. And one thing SoFi, one thing SoFi continues doing is aggressively expanding its ecosystem. The company, it's broadening its home lending services and trying to give members more access to home equity products. And this is part of the bigger strategy. Anthony Noto has talked about for years turning SoFi into a one-stop financial super app. And specifically what he means by that, he's talking about turning the company, or he's when he talks about a one-stop financial super app, that means he wants it to SoFi to cover all these things that I'm going to mention right now, which is banking, investing, loans, credit cards, insurance, mortgages, and crypto. And the goal is to keep users inside of the SoFi ecosystem for as many financial products possible. And basically, they just, whatever it is when it comes to finances that a potential customer could need, they all could have it handled for them, and they could all take care of it on the SoFi app. And again, if you enjoy videos covering fintech, stocks, AI, again, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button and comment below. And another major development is SoFi partnering with MasterCard to enable SoFi USD settlement. Now, again, if you just do a quick search here, guys, and you just talk about SoFi MasterCard partnership. And again, happy Memorial Day to everyone, by the way. If you enjoy my content, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you ever need help making better decisions with investing, simply take a look at the first link below to get access to my community and support yourself with like-minded investors and get access to the world's leading AI models, Claude, Gemini, OpenAI, and Grok. Get all of this software for $7 in my community, and my community is free. This update, again, it wasn't too recent. This did happen in March, but it's still something that is talked about within investors and something that people still care about and they bring up with SoFi, is the fact that this is the reason that this catalyst, specifically this press release, was important when it came out 2 months ago, is it shows SoFi continuing to position itself within the future of digital payments and stablecoin infrastructure. Now, obviously, crypto and stablecoins, they still come with regulatory uncertainty. But bulls, they believe they believe the bull case for the stock, what investors that have a bull case thesis long term for the stock, is they believe that this specifically positions SoFi early in a potentially massive future market. And one of the biggest bullish signals that investors keep pointing to, Anthony Noto continues buying SoFi stock. If you take a look here, again, I keep mentioning this, so actually let's look this up as well. Anthony Noto buying SoFi stock. So again, reports recently have come out that, again, let's just take a look at some of the purchase he made. May 11th, 2026. Noto purchased 15,545 shares at an average price of $16 per share. May 8th, he acquired 15,878 shares at an average of $15.73. And then take a look at March 17th. You got 28,900 shares at $17.32 per share. That's his average. That's his average cost right there. And March 2nd, 2026, he purchased another 56,000 shares at roughly $17.88 per share. So again, he's buying millions worth of shares of his company. So this is a CEO, obviously, that does have conviction. And a lot of people, when it comes to investors and the sentiment of a stock, people always love seeing insider buying, especially from the CEO, especially that's as aggressive as this. Now, recently, insider buying, it always gets attention because investors like seeing management putting their money into their own company. And circling back, what I mean by circling back, even though I just said something very bullish for the company and how there's obvious confidence from the CEO and how he's putting in his money into the stock as aggressively as he is right now, what I have to remind you, what do we always talk about? SOFI, it is not a risk-free company. SOFI stock does have risk, and we do not marry a stock on this channel. When it comes to SoFi, some of the risks associated with it are high interest rates, potential recession fears. You got credit risk on top of that, and pressure, specifically on the technology platform segment, which is a big reason why the stock did plummet the way that it did. Well, I don't want to be too harsh. I don't want to necessarily say plummet. I mean, because the earnings happened around April 28th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then we shot down here as low as $15.50. So, I mean, obviously, it was definitely a pretty decent dump, all the way from the highs of 18 for almost $19 all the way to as low as $15.50. It's not like we went back below the $10 territory. That would have been a lot more of a plummet, in my opinion. But it did drop decently, is all I'm trying to get at. And it again, the pressure on the technology platform segment was a it was a pretty decent it was a pretty big reason as to why the stock did crash to the downside the way it did after earnings. But circling back again, overall, SoFi continues trying to evolve far beyond just a student loan company. Between banking expansion, fintech growth, stablecoin partnerships, and Anthony Noto continuing to buy shares, this is definitely still one of the most closely watched fintech growth stocks in the market. But let me know down below, do you think SoFi becomes a major long-term fintech winner? And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below what it is you want to see in future upcoming videos. But besides that, guys, stay safe, keep making good decisions with your long-term portfolios, and I'll see you on the next video.